Good day, everybody. My name is Dave Payne, and I am the director of the Fisher Institute for Professional Selling here at the University of Akron in Akron, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland. And the University of Akron was one of the founding members of the USCA back in 2002 with one of my colleagues, Dr. John Hawes. And ironically, John is still teaching today as an adjunct here at the University of Akron and others. Regarding the history of Akron, we're really proud to be the second sales program in the country. We were right behind Baylor back in the early 1990s, and we officially launched. We have a sales major, a sales minor, a general sales certificate, a healthcare selling certificate, and we're also proud to mention we were the first school in America to have an engineering sales certificate. So it's really specific to those who want to be in a technical sale. So those have been evolving over the last 25 to 28 years. And regarding, the university here, I'm really excited about being a part of this program with the USCA. I've been the director for, the past 6 years, and it has been an absolute no-brainer to be affiliated with the USCA. I'll dive into that a little bit later. But one of the things I wanted to share on this video is that, we've been very inspired by innovation and research. Over the last 6 years, I've been very fortunate to be in a position where we have 30 corporate partners that have opened up their wallets and their educational resources to support our graduates. We graduate about 75 students a year with a sales major, sales minor, or a dual major in sales and marketing. And we have about 400 students in the sales program overall that are taking classes within sales management, negotiations, and such. But that said, as you can tell behind me here, I'm sitting here in what we call the Sales Biometrics Lab. We just launched this about 1.5 years ago. And in August of 2021, we started the first research in the area here to look at sales biometrics within a sales role play. So we specifically are measuring 6 different biometrical or physiological responses during an actual sales role play while we're using dual cameras to record the actual role play itself. So the goal of this is to really get a baseline measurement of how they respond regarding to a fight or flight response. And then as we coach them up and develop them, the students over the course of the next semesters or a couple of years, the goal then will be to do a post-test, a post-evaluation, and see an active measurement improvement on how they handle that stress during a sales meeting. So we're currently doing a joint study with a school which is in the USCA. They're called FHWN in Austria, on the other side of the world there in Europe. And we're working out a joint study, and we're comparing the stress response during sales with the European students versus the American students. So much to be delivered here in the coming 12 to 18 months. Hope to get that published and get some information out there, and then we'll develop the research from there. That said, University of Akron, we do about 3 sales competitions a year. We do an internal tournament, of course, and then we split off and do a regional and national tournament as part of the sales development. And then we also are part of a sales negotiations tournament as well. That said, we, in terms of changes and what's going on here at Akron, we are adding our 10th sales lab room coming up in January. And we will actually take part of this sales biometrics lab. We're going to split this, which this room is a 20 by 20. We'll split this into 2 rooms, and we'll be able to then video record 20 students in a single class and have active feedback available for them so they can learn and grow. The next thing that we're going to be adding coming up here in the fall of 2022 is we're in process of developing some programming to introduce the first artificial intelligence role play. We've got a company that's developing an avatar to create about 6 different sales settings. And we're going to break a sales meeting into 6 parts. And those will be 3 to 5 minute windows. And eventually back behind me, you will see a bunch of holding, posts on the wall there. And we hope to have 20 to 30 artificial intelligence virtual reality headsets, which the students can sign in, log in, and they will be able to role play with the avatar or in a artificial intelligence mean, so that they can actually do the sales practice. And built in within the programming is a rubric which will offer provided feedback regarding how they did in terms of the content and the questions that they asked, and how the meetings were assessed. And at the end of the meeting, it's going to give them some feedback, whether they moved it, into the next phase of the sale, or if the buyer doesn't like what they say, the intelligence will be designed to say, let me think about it. And they'll have to pause and come back and try again. So that's the next 2 to 3 years. And as we develop that, stay tuned on that platform. We're probably going to be reaching out to a few other University Sales Center Alliance programs to do some additional joint studies and perhaps even share some of this dialogue and information that we've gathered. So the next thing I wanted to cover today was, why would one want to join the USCA? And I can tell you this, as I've been a part of the University of Akron sales program for 9 years, director for 6. And the first year I became a director, I started going to the twice-a-year meetings. And I will tell you this, it's been the best thing from a learning standpoint that I've ever done. The schools that are involved are all there for the right reason. As you probably know by now, the process to get accredited with the USCA is very robust. It's demanding, and it's that by design. But what we want to do is work together jointly as a profession to develop the best sales skills that our students can have. And what I love about it is that because they don't allow ranking, it allows you to openly communicate with some schools that might be considered somewhat competitive, but you do it in a platform that allows everybody to grow, learn, and the end result is the students are the winners with all this shared information. And it's been fantastic for us. Like I said, we've been involved in the USCA since the inception back in 2002. But what you get in the USCA is you get the best and brightest. I'm looking at networking opportunities literally worldwide and across the country. You get some of the best research folks out there. You get networking with really good people, and you can learn cutting edge innovation and really best practices from the people who are driving this machine. And I've really developed some great friendships all over the country, and I really value that and appreciate their willingness to open up with us. And we share, of course, back and forth to figure out a way to help our next generation of sales professionals knock it out of the park. But what do we provide? From a providing standpoint, I'm happy to say that we've given an ounce of leadership here with this new innovation of our sales biometrics lab. I've worked with a few of the different directors in different research capacities, which has really been fun and very educational for me personally. And we try to be an ongoing supporter of the USCA and do the right thing and really help everybody to grow, develop, and create champions around the country. So that said, that's kind of a wrap for me today. And I really want to say welcome to the USCA. I hope you all consider joining, and I look forward to meeting you at an upcoming meeting.